Hi, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here on stage in Belgrade. And my name is Robert Lonsdorfer. I'm the co-founder and CEO at 100X. What we do, we are an education and investment idea platform. The company is based in Dubai, and we operate from Dubai. Okay? So a bit about myself. I spent the last 25 years in C-level executive function in financial services, also into crypto since a couple of years now. But what keeps me awake is really entrepreneurship, right? So whatever I have learned and together with the team has flown in this company, and I'm going to take you to all the steps we have undertaken in the 100X to come up with what we call Investment 3.0. Otherwise, I'm passionate about innovation, I'm passionate about technology, but I'm even more passionate about sharing, right? And you will see in my presentation, I don't think there is enough knowledge sharing going on in this world. So having said that, I need to apologize to everyone, okay? I'm not going to be the guy that tells you you're going to drive a Lamborghini in 6 months from now. Yeah? So I'm sorry for that. Because this is gambling. Okay? And I'm not a gambler, nor is 100X a gambling company. But if I ask you the question, who wants to become financially independent, has a nice lifestyle, retire early, maybe drive a Lamborghini a bit later? Who want to have that? Raise your hands, show me. A lot, right? Cool. So who has now a plan to achieve that? Show me. Oh, I'm impressed. I mean, you should come on stage and talk. So let's first, I'm going to start with the basics, okay? And then we're going to go incrementally to Investment 3.0. So let's first define what is investing, okay? Investing, in simple words, is the act of allocating resources, usually money, to retrieve after a time income or profit, okay? As simple as that. Before crypto, most of the people there invest in traditional assets, right? I think still the biggest investment worldwide is real estate. Then people go into stocks, bonds, funds, saving accounts. Some others go into commodities, gold, silver, platinum, gold, oil, gas, you name it, okay? So let's start first, right? So what do you need to become an investor? Very interesting question, okay? I think for me, there are five points. The first one, you need to have a plan, okay? And your plan is your plan. It's not your neighbor's plan. Everyone has to be conscious that the plan is really tailored to what you are expecting from your life. The second thing is, don't put all your eggs in the same basket, okay? That's very important, right? The third one is, when you have a plan, you need to execute your plan. Because if you don't execute your plan and you don't stick to your plan, independently how the markets are moving around, you're not going to fulfill what you're looking for. And then there's another one which when I would say that to my wife, she would probably say something different, right? Save more than you spend, okay? And I just want to open a bracket here. I had a very strong mentor in financial services, and we were looking at debt, okay, in general, government debt, private debt, and also corporate debt. And he gave me a sentence I never forgot. I think since 20 years is in my head, right? He had a definition for in-debt people. He said, in-debt people are people that are buying things they don't need to impress people they don't know with money they don't have, right? And if I would take this now and apply it to a government, right? I think we can apply the same sentence to a government, right? We're just changing a couple of words. So I think to become an investor, you have to have a plan. But that's not enough, because there are so many things playing against you, okay? We live in a world of uncertainty, clearly. Since 1987, we had 5 major financial crises, 5, okay? We had a pandemic that destroyed a lot of value. We have inflation that is running at levels never seen in 40 years, okay? We have printed money. We could fill this room with dollar, right? And we might be at the brink of World War III, right? It's really scaring. And I'm just going to give you a couple of numbers here so you get a sense, right? So my first crash I experienced was the dot-com bubble. You know how much NASDAQ lost at this point in time? 77%, okay? The next one was the subprime crisis, 2008, right? The Dow Jones lost 55%. Bitcoin, 2018, minus 65%, right? And I'm not talking what happened this week and late last week, right? In the crypto world and also the stock world, right? I don't know if you guys have seen, 7 trillion have disappeared, right, from the financial markets. So people say crypto was affected, by stocks were much more, blue chips were much more affected, actually. So having said that, I'm quite often talk to younger people, right? They have no notion of inflation, zero, okay? I don't know if you guys know Milton Friedman. He was a very great economist, right? And he said inflation is always and everywhere a monetary issue, okay? So despite people saying it's the war in Ukraine, it's actually money printing that brought inflation. Inflation is today in the US 8.3%. It was 8.5 last month, right? And why I'm saying that, because inflation has a direct impact on how you invest. Because central banks are reacting to inflation in a way which makes some stocks not appealing anymore, right? They just close the tap of money, right? And when you close the tap of money, you have an issue. But the second thing is much more worse. It's actually eating up your savings. I don't know if you guys realize that, okay? If you have 8.5% inflation and you get on your saving account 0.1%, right? I bet you after 8 years, you have half of your purchasing power, right? So that's why I'm trying to illustrate here. It's not publicly said, right? But in the US, 1998 to 2008, guess how much inflation? Give me a number, someone a number. 40? Who says something else? 82%. 82%, okay? So meaning your $100 basket, right? The same basket, the same goods, you have to pay $182 a couple of years later. And in 2012, I think it's 132%, something like this, right? It's 232%. It's just incredible, right? So if you are in a situation where wages don't go up, you're going to have a big problem, okay? So inflation, for me, is a tax. It's a hidden tax, right? Now imagine you are a retired person, it's even worse, because wages of retired person don't go up. And now I have a super exercise for us, guys. How many times I listen to people and they are just drawing numbers and words, okay? $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion, okay? And no one reacts. People just find it normal, okay? So I was speaking to teenies, I think a couple of weeks back, and I tried to explain to them what it means so much debt, okay? And the only thing that came to my mind is transform dollar into seconds, okay? Because everyone understands time, okay? So I said to the kids, we're going to do an exercise, okay? I'm going to transform the European Central Bank balance sheet into time. And you're going to sit in my time machine, and I'm going to beam you there, okay? So, my first kid, I took it in the time machine of the European Central Bank, 8.8 trillion balance sheet, okay? So I beamed them back almost 280,000 years, right? And I say, and now, tonight, no McDonald's, no pizza, no iPhone, right? You're going to take your spare and you're going to hunt a mammoth to eat, okay? So, and I think at this point of time, people start realizing how big actually those numbers are. And you know what? Even worse. The Federal Reserve of America, 22 trillion debt, okay, balance sheet, okay, on their balance sheet, okay, 700,000 years back. I mean, it's not serious. So all those numbers are affecting how you invest. And what are the people saying to us, okay? The governments, the central banks are saying, no, Robert, never again. It's never going to happen again, okay? After each crisis, it never happens again until the next crisis, okay? And it happens again, and it happens again. And we are in the middle in another one, right? So we are already in. The next crisis we are in, as I speak. And you have two options, okay? So you know the next crisis is here or will come soon. Okay? You have two options, right? You could be in the club of people who have understood what's going on, and you will be fine, or you're going to be with the disappointed people who get wrecked all their savings. Okay? Obviously, we at 100X, we want you guys be on the safe side. Yeah? And now let me introduce this notion, okay, which is not really understood as well. So there is a difference between risk and uncertainty. Uncertainty are events that are happening which we cannot influence, right? It's the likelihood they are there is just there, right? I don't know if tomorrow there will be a tsunami or an earthquake or a nuclear power plant is exploding. I have no idea, right? But risk is something we can manage, okay? Risk we can measure and risk we can manage. And that's something we have been looking very closely at 100X and how we have set up our whole investment 3.0 world. So uncertainty demands from you flexibility, okay? If I can give an example, if you have to change city to get another job, right? That's what I call flexibility, right? Or flexibility in your life when you get married or when you buy a house. You can move around with this stuff, okay? Risk is something which it's more difficult to get, okay? But what are people doing in uncertain times? So what are people doing? What are you guys doing, right? Most of the people in uncertain times, what they do, they get afraid. And then they get out of every risky asset, and then they stay in cash, okay? And the government is happy because you guys are in cash, 8% inflation, and they're just wiping out all your money, right? So that's not the thing to do. So some people argue to me, right? Well, Robert, I have no issue. Cash is king. How many people have heard this, right? Cash is king, okay? Yeah, a lot of you, okay? So cash is king. No, it's not. No, it's not. Cash is not king, right? I don't know if you guys have ever heard about the backing of commodities for US dollar, okay? In August 1971, Richard Nixon abolished the gold backing to the dollar, okay? Meaning the dollar is free flow now, no commodity behind, which led to the dollar losing all its value, okay? Should I give you a number to scare you a bit? The dollar has lost, since 1930, 95% of its purchasing power. So when someone tells you your fiat money is a store of value, just run away. It's a lie. It's not. It's not a store of value. Okay? Store of value, it's commodities like gold or silver. Gold has been there for over 5,000 years. Okay? And why I'm saying that? Because people say, yeah, but Bitcoin or crypto it's the digital gold, right? And there's a good reason why they're saying that, right? So gold is very rare, and Bitcoin is very rare, right? We have 21 million Bitcoins, 19 million have been mined already, so there's 2 million left. So the risk of inflation in Bitcoin is very, very low, okay? The second thing is, what I would say is that the problem with crypto is, it's certainly true what I'm saying, okay? Probably Bitcoin at some point in time is gonna be a store of value. But for now, we are not there because of the high volatility we have in this market, right? But I'm pretty convinced in a couple of years from now, Bitcoin or crypto will be seen like gold is seen since a long time. But for this, we need to get a bit of institutional, a bit of stability, a bit of regulation, not too much, a bit of regulation. And I think at this point of time, we really kind of say, yeah, that's okay. Now we have two hedges against risk. So this one is interesting too. When it comes to investing, okay? When I talk to people, they all think they're making money when the market goes up. Oh, there's a fantastic bull market, I'm gonna make a lot of money, right? Yeah, why not? But a real investor, he makes always money, always money. Bear market or bull market. In stocks or in crypto, he makes always money, okay? So let me open a bracket on what I just said. When we saw all those crises, okay, the idea came to do a study. And the study was, what has changed in the educational system post-crisis. Okay? What have governments and the education system done for the kids at school or at university to get them aware that during the next crisis, they need to do something different, not to lose their money again. You know what the result is? Guess. Peanuts, nothing, zero. So how can this be, right? When the plane crashes, there are lessons learned to make sure it never happens again. In the financial world, no education is given. And I guarantee you're going to have this crisis again, there will be no change in education, right? And that's something that makes me desperate, because we need to share what's happening, and we need to help people not to fall in the same trap again, right? So that's why the people making the money all the time, right, are the Leonardo da Vinci guy, right? They have 600 years of experience in stock markets, so they have been trading for a long time. They went through a lot of turmoil, right? They went through a lot of problems, and they have developed methodologies for themselves to be super efficient in this market. And guess what? Where do you think those guys now make money? Where do you think they are? They are in our crypto world. They are making the same. They're taking the same techniques, apply it to the crypto world, and they are successful in the crypto world, right? And then I see in my daily life all the people I'm talking to, all those people in the crypto world, some of them really naive, telling me, yeah, but you know, Robert, crypto is living in a bubble, right? We are hermetic to whatever happens. Come on. No, you are not. If the Nasdaq goes down, the Bitcoin goes down. I mean, so what I'm trying to say is these guys have 600 years of experience. We have 13 years of experience. We cannot compete, right? If you don't understand the methodologies applied by those guys, we will not be successful in the crypto world, right? You can't be a good investor, a good trader in crypto if you don't understand the other side. So this leads me to when should you guys not invest, okay? If you think you're super talented, right? You're self-confident, I'm going to succeed in crypto, I have no issue, okay? If you think that you're going to be rich overnight, if you think that the more trades you shoot, the more money you're going to make, right? And again, if you think the crypto world has nothing to do with the other world, then guys, I don't know, go for jogging, do something different, but don't start to be an investor or a trader into crypto. You're going to be part of the nice club. They have a gold card for disappointed people and ripped off people, right? I tell you, it's going to happen. Do the opposite, the smart investors, what they are doing. Okay? I have been in this business for a long time, right? They are emotionless. Okay? How many people have seen in crypto, they spend 10 hours looking at the candles on their screen, going up and down. What is this, right? They are emotionless. They have no greed, no fear. They look at the charts, they look at the techniques, they look at whatever they get, information, macro, micro, geopolitics, and then they make informed decisions. Okay? And they do the same in the crypto world. So we want you guys be on this side. So when I say invest in 3.0, it's actually what we have developed at 100X. It's a methodology, and I cannot say how many indicators, it's our IP, okay, where we are able to assess the market as a whole. And then from there, we derive where the market goes and where we think we should enter or exit or not go at all. And guess what? This is what we have achieved. Okay? So since the beginning of the year, we have only done 13 trades. 13. Okay? We have made 92% win rate, and we have made 283% profit. Okay? No leverage. Okay? 283% profit. That's a number, right? If you compare this number, I'm sorry for the slide, the numbers are not accurate. Okay, I had to send the slide last week. So meanwhile, the market was shaking like hell, right? So the S&P is down 18% now. Gold is, I think, at 4%. It's still positive. I don't know, Apple went down. Tesla is negative. Bitcoin is minus 45. It's a bit up, but it's down again today. Ethereum, I'm not talking about. We are still at 283. You know why? Because all of our indicators have shown us last week that something is happening in the market. And we have not opened one single trade, nothing. So all the users with us have been safe in this situation, right? Thank you. And I'm really thinking about what happened to Terra Luna, which is terrible, right, for the community. And I could cry, right? This should not happen. But I think we have been some indicators telling us there's something going on, right? And it's probably not the last time. And yeah. So I just need to go back. Give me a second. So why should you trust us, right? Many times I hear people say, yeah, Robert, I just go on social media. There are a lot of people sending signals around, and I'm just following those signals, and I'm going to be fine. Oh, man, how can you do that? Our company, we have 50 years of experience, right? 8 years in crypto, and I don't know how many in stock and commodities, right? We understand the world, and we understand how it works. And we are not afraid to share our knowledge, right? We are not like the big guys. I don't know, give any name, right? We're not like the big guys. We want to share with you. We want to share with the people. We want everyone become financially independent. So there's no reason why we should not share, right? And that's a topic which is especially important to me. Honestly, it's very important to me. It's coming back to education. So we said we're gonna give investment ideas to people. If they follow, they follow. If they don't, they don't. Okay. But if you don't help people understand how this financial world articulates, they're still going to have a problem. Okay? So the question is, how do you build such a course, right? People are very different. They have very different skills. But my aim and the aim of the team was really, let's do something, if I can say so, average Joe will understand. No savvy, technical, financial wording. So get everyone to understand, right? And the course is actually 30 videos. It has 3 modules. Module 1 is what is the global economy? Right? Starting very simply, right? Then what is the financial world? What are central banks doing? How those central banks are affecting the way you invest? Getting down to how do you set up your environment properly into crypto to make sure that you don't have any security issue, that everything is set up properly. And then finally, we go into investing and risk management and trading. Okay. So this course is really designed for everyone. I guarantee you everyone will understand it. Of course, we're going to build modules because already we got requests which are very specialized, right, in candlestick reading and all these patterns and so on. But this course was so important, right? So everyone should take it. And my dream would be to build a course even kids would understand, right? Because if the governments are not taking care of the kids, who's going to take care of the kids, right? Someone has to do it. And I think probably we're going to do it at some point in time. So all this to conclude, so we have a bit of time to go to Q&A if you guys want to. We have been wrestling with the markets, right, for a long time. And we understand the markets. And whatever we have learned and the pain we went through, right? We all went to pain. We learned the hard way how trading could be. It's now available for everyone. We're going to make it available for everyone. And that's so important to us because we think it's our mission to help people become financially independent. And I strongly believe, even though what happened this week into crypto, it's still a good place to be, and it's going to be a good place to be in the future too. So it's not going to disappear. I'm not worried at all. Okay? There might be external forces trying to, but I think for me it's game over. I mean, we are in and we will stay in. And for us it's very important to bring our contribution with this knowledge sharing into this community to help people. Okay? So before I finish and we go to the question, the core team of 100X is here. Hey guys, stand up, stand up, stand up. So the man in black with the 100X logo, I really encourage you guys, come and ask questions. We're really happy. If it takes the whole night, we're going to stay the whole night and answer every single question. Okay? We also have some T-shirts. We're going to throw some T-shirts around if you come and ask some questions. And yeah, just come, right? So with this, I would like to close my pitch. I'm almost done. So thank you very much for your attention, and looking forward to talk to you soon.